Help us.
Thanks, Claire. Help all these people.
I know, it's frustrating, isn't it? It's frustrating because people do really try, and it can go really well Monday through to about Wednesday. Thursday, things get a bit shaky, and often at the weekend, people's eating habits kind of go out the window.
You're allowed a treat, though, aren't you? We're not so miserable that you're saying you can't.
No.
Yeah.
There's nothing different. There's nothing wrong with having the odd biscuit, and having treats like that. There's a very big difference, though, between consciously sitting down and having a glass of wine with friends and getting home from work and feeling like you need wine to cope with your day and you're drinking by yourself. There's a very big difference between having a biscuit, and a cup of tea with friends, and again, you've had a hard day at work and you smash down half a packet of biscuits by yourself. So it's really, differentiating those things.
It's not just biscuits.
No.
I will sit at home and eat like a whole bag of almonds. That's not okay.
Well, it's about any kind of eating that's happening when you're not truly hungry. So there are many reasons why we eat. One is hunger, but also to deal with our emotions. And that's not just being sad. That is actually if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling lonely, and boredom. So one of the things that food often fills that gap is of time. So if you're even at work and you're standing by the kettle and there is a jar of biscuits there while you're waiting for your tea to brew, whether you're hungry or not, if it's just looking at you, you'll end up having a couple of biscuits. And over a week, that might be 15 biscuits that you don't need. And it's not that you're a bad person or you don't have enough willpower. It's just that you're an animal at the end of the day that you see food and we want to eat it.
Seafood and eat it. It's a diet, isn't it? Seafood diet?
Also, a lot of people, seafood diet. A lot of people, boy, a hell of a lot of the people who've emailed us in this morning, it's a huge number, talk about an almost addiction to sugar and how hard it is to break. And some people are talking about how good it is when you do break it.
Oh, it's amazing. And we spend a lot of time at Healthy Food Guide helping people break through these habits. And a lot of it is habitual. So you get this repeat behaviour that happens over and over again. And to break that, you need to find an alternative way of dealing with your boredom, your tiredness, and the biggest thing that you can do is change your access to food. One of the biggest issues we have is that food is so readily available, and now our kitchens are our social hubs. So when someone comes around for a cup of tea, you kind of feel like you need to give them some food, even if it's not time for food.
Yeah, so hide the food, don't buy the food, and don't display the food.
Yeah, we'll make it harder to access. So even things like you said with nuts, if you've got jars of nuts on the bench, even if they're unsalted, if you're nibbling them as you go, that's food that you don't need. Do not have wine chilled in the fridge if you're planning not to drink it. Put it in the garage, put it far away. If you've got chocolate biscuits that have to be in the house for whatever reason, put them in a non-transparent container that you almost have to get a chair to get it, because we are lazy by nature. So we need to make it hard for us to make.
I'm so glad you said we're lazy by nature. That's so true. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Turnbull.
I'm drinking wine, not Sauvignon Blanc, that you have there, right? That's a big old savvy for this time of the morning.